Okay, I'm live. Great. Taking care of business. Busy day today. So, I'm all about the visuals. We're going to talk about this. All right, so like I previously said in the live stream that I posted on Twitter, I called Congressman Earl Blumenauer's office. He represents my district here in Portland, Oregon, and his staff was very helpful. They let me know a couple of things. One, Blumenauer has already been asking his colleagues on the appropriate committees to hold a hearing, and then second, that I was directed to the committees to contact. Um, Blumenauer's staffer told me there were 3 committees to contact about the need to investigate the rise in anti-Islam extremism in the Western world. From Patriot Prayer to this morning's shooting in Christchurch, New Zealand, and everything in between. So there are 3 committees total. I will flash this a couple times, but go ahead and get a screen cap. Let's make sure it's all in frame. All right, screen cap. Get a good screen cap of this. We'll start with the Judiciary Committee. Now, Bloomy's guy let me know that the Judiciary Committee, they are in control of laws. They're the ones who pass laws. It's up to them. Their chair is a congressman who is friendly towards the cause of civil rights. His name is Gerald Jerry Nadler, Democrat from New York. The vice chair is a Democrat from Pennsylvania named Mary Gay Scanlon, and the ranking member, so there's always the chair and there's always the ranking member. The chair is a member of the party that has the majority in the House, and then the ranking member is always a representative of the minority party in the House. So the ranking member is a Republican from Georgia. His name is Doug Collins. We'll go over who is on this committee, but first let's just get the phone numbers out there. The Judiciary Committee, 205 225 3951. I'm having to read this backwards through the transparent paper. 202 225 3951. Jerry Nadler can be reached. These numbers are all area code 202. That's the Washington, D.C. area code. 202 225 5635. 225 5635. I've worked with organizations that have worked directly with Nadler's office. Nadler is a sensible, reasonable man. He is attuned to civil rights issues. He is attuned to the issue of religious segregation, discrimination, and oppression. One of my comrades from the Sikh Coalition testified before a committee on which he was the chair. It may have actually been the judiciary about the harassment of Sikhs at the airport. So I can vouch that Nadler is someone who is at least supposed to listen with a sympathetic ear. Doug Collins from Georgia, 225 9893. Now, who else is on the Judiciary Committee? Perhaps it is someone, if you're not from Oregon's 3rd District, maybe it is one of your representatives. Or if you follow the news, maybe it's someone that you follow. It's someone that you're interested in, someone who's on your radar that you can reach out to. Now, there's also a number. I don't have it written down. I apologize. It's the one thing I forgot. The number for the Congressional Switchboard. That is what to call the Congressional Switchboard. Yes, got it. Maybe. Yes, the United States Capitol Switchboard is 202 224 3121. One more time for the world, 202 224 3121. That is the Congressional Switchboard. Whoever your representative is, you ask for their office, you call that number, 202 224 3121, and you ask to be connected to the office of your congressional representative. So, that's the number to call. Here are the names. On the Judiciary Committee, Democrats, Zoe Lofgren from California, Sheila Jackson Lee from Texas, Steve Cohen from Tennessee, Hank Johnson from Georgia, another ally whose office I've worked with, Ted Deutsch from Florida, Karen Bass from California, Cedric Richmond from Louisiana, Hakeem Jeffries from New York, David Ciccolini, it's pretty Italian looking, said de Blasi, about Rhode Island, Eric Swalwell from California, Ted Lieu from California, another congressman that I know is sympathetic towards the cause of civil rights and religious freedom. Jamie Raskin from Maryland, Pramila Jayapal from our neighbor to the north, Washington, Val Demings from Florida, J. Luis Correa, California, Sylvia Garcia, Texas, Joe Neguse, Colorado, Lucy McBath, Georgia, Madeline Dean, Pennsylvania, Greg Stanton, Arizona, Debbie Mucarsel Powell, Florida, Veronica Escobar, Texas. On to the Republicans. Again, this is the Judiciary Committee. These are the people to contact. The Judiciary Committee is responsible for the passing of laws. So this is a committee to ask for, to determine perhaps we need to tighten what is and isn't a hate crime, to extend better protections for religious minorities or people facing oppression, people who've been openly threatened perhaps by the alt-right. So here we go. Here's the other side. The ranking member is Doug Collins. Here's the Republican membership of the Judiciary Committee. Jim Sensenbrenner, one of the authors of the Patriot Act. Steve Chabot, Ohio. Louis Gohmert, Texas. Jim Jordan, Ohio. Ken Buck, Colorado. John Ratcliffe, Texas. Martha Roby, Alabama. Matt Gaetz, Florida. Mike Johnson, Louisiana. Andy Biggs, Arizona. Tom McClintock, California. Debbie Lesko, Arizona. Guy Reschenthaler, Pennsylvania. Ben Klein, Virginia. Kelly Armstrong, North Dakota. W. Gregory Stube, or maybe it's Stubby, it's got one of those E's on the end, from Florida. So that is the Judiciary Committee. Jerry Nadler is the chair. Once more, the telephone number for the Judiciary Committee is 202-225-3951, 202-225-3951. Here's Nadler's number. There we go. All right, let's move on to foreign affairs. Now, the shooter at the mosque in New Zealand was a New Zealander, but he cited American figureheads, including Donald Trump, Candace Owens, and a YouTube account called PewDiePie, as part of his radicalization. He also wrote an 80-page manifesto. This wasn't some nutty shit scribbled on the back of a flyer. An 80-page manifesto. I haven't written 80 pages in years about anything, but an 80-page manifesto, and he did talk about white supremacy. Let there be no doubt about this. Whether the state chooses to call him a terrorist or not, this was an act of terror. Consequently, I think this falls under the purview of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Their number is here, 202-225-5021, 225-5021. The chair is Eliot Engel, who most recently was in the news criticizing his own committee mate, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. That said, you call Eliot Engel's office and you ask that he hold a hearing on his committee to protect Muslim Americans from attack. 225-2464, 225-2464. Eliot Engel, Democrat from New York. Ranking member Mike McCall from Texas, Republican from Texas, 225-2401. There are some notable names, Karen Brass, Mr. Sensenbrenner again, Joaquin Castro, Ted Lieu, again, another Congress member who has been very sympathetic to the cause, Ilhan Omar, and hey, look at this, Pence. Yeah, brother of our sitting vice president. He is representing the district that includes Columbus, Indiana. Which is where the Pences are from, just north of where I grew up in Seymour. So these are the numbers to call, and you call that congressional switchboard to get these people's numbers so that you can ask them to hold a hearing to address right-wing nationalism, extremism, anti-Islamic violence. Next, here's another important committee as it relates to terror attacks, domestic terror attacks, performed based on religion or political belief. The Homeland Security Committee, the House Committee for Homeland Security, 202-226-2616, 226-2616. The chair, Rep. Benny Thompson. Benny Thompson from Mississippi. His phone number is 202-225-5225, 5876. And then we have Mike Rogers from Alabama, the ranking member, 225-3261. Also on that committee, also on the Committee of Homeland Security, Sheila Jackson Lee, Kathleen Rice from New York, Al Green from Texas, Yvette Clark also from New York, Val Demings from Florida. Republican members, these are the people who need to hear the most from constituents, from taxpayers, from American citizens, from people who live in America, for people who care about religious freedom and civil rights. These are the people to call. Peter fucking King from New York. Peter King. Peter Islamophobe King from New York. He is on the Homeland Security Committee. Call his office. Demand the committee on which he is holds a hearing about his least favorite subject. And if he can't do his job, we get him out of office. Peter King. Who else? Ooh, that newly elected guy from Texas with the eye patch, Dan Crenshaw. He's a veteran. And you can appeal to his sensibilities as a veteran in that regard. That as a veteran, he cares about the security of this country. He should care about domestic terror attacks. Now, when you engage with these offices, I always encourage to speak in a manner that is generative to conversation. If you're upset and you can't help it and you're mad and you swear, they might hang up on you. I'm just going to say, they might hang up on you. They might listen to an angry person, they might not. Try to present your best self over the phone. Express the imperative. Why is it important to have these hearings? What should these hearings look like? What topics should they cover? If it helps, visit the web pages of these Congress people. See what they're about. Look at their committee appointments. Look at the causes that are relevant to them. What are they tweeting about these days? Try to tie those things to the present moment now. Once more for the screen cap. These are the numbers to get. Get these numbers. Screen cap this. At the very least, get the numbers for these committees. This one, the Judiciary Committee, the Foreign Affairs Committee, and the Homeland Security Committee. Those are the marching orders. Those are the only marching orders I can give out right now, even though I do still think politics is a game. And yes, it might be months before we can get a hearing to happen. It's a step in the right direction. I encourage activism and community service and direct action on all modes, on all fronts, in the effort to keep our brothers and sisters in the Muslim community safe. But this is one way, this is perhaps the most above table way to do it. We get it on the radar of our elected officials. We bring to their attention the fascist creep that's been happening in the Pacific Northwest. Patriot Prayer organizes downtown rallies. They've marched against Sharia in the Northwest. They have members who openly denounce Islam. They wear hoodies saying Allah is Satan. The Max murders were perpetrated by someone who instigated an anti-Islamic attack. So we have had blood spilled in our town in the name of the war on Islam being perpetrated by those who aren't. So for those of us who are allies to the Islamic community, it is our imperative to stand with our brothers and sisters, to let them know they are safe, that they can continue to freely practice their religion, and that they will not encounter hate, bias on our watch. That's all I've got. Less than 15 minutes. I'm proud of me for that. Sairam, happy Friday. Hang in there, folks. And of course, solidarity forever. Man, I'm really good at stopping these videos, aren't I? All right.